consistency in just being slightly closer, dealing that little bit of damage. But now that that is done, we're going to take a look at Flyme versus Orlando as well. They have started up their match. They're in their moving game. Love that we get 2 games a segment. Let's take a look here.
Flyme versus Orlando. This is going to be a good one. Orlando, I think does he have a... I thought he had an area code. I don't know if he knows those, but I think he had highway signs. Going to Nebraska, he's going to South Dakota.
Flyme. That's a good little comeback there. After it seems Orlando, we didn't see it, but Orlando took a pretty big hit down to Flyme's health round 1, and now they're close to evened it up.
We saw Flyme versus Orlando. I believe it was the first match of the first ever GeoGuessr Regionals tournament, the Americas Regionals in February. First match was Flyme versus Orlando. Orlando took the match 2-1. Flyme took the moving game and then lost the next 2, but it was very tightly contested. But again, since then, if anything, I would say that Orlando has improved more. He's played a lot, and it's not to say that Flyme hasn't improved, but Orlando is so much stronger than he was 9 months ago that I think I would, if anything, I would probably give him the advantage here. That said, this is France, which Flyme is probably happy to see. So we'll see if that can make a difference for him.
Yeah, we'll see here. Well, that's a sign. That's a sign there for Orlando. Yeah, it's actually so interesting to think about, though, that America's Regional, Orlando and Moo, 2 players who basically went from that regional to just grind season, and it's both paid off so much for them. And we've been seeing it here in this World League. On this round, however, Flyme a little closer, dealing 742 damage. Flyme now has a lead, 500 points over Orlando as we go into our next round here, round 4.
The towns that Orlando saw in his sign, he didn't find any of them, but one of them did have the suffix AC, ac, which is much more common in that sort of southwestern area of France where the location ended up being. So kind of a little niche hint, but if you see a town name ending in ac in France, that's usually a good place to guess.
Some interesting coverage here, I will say. There's something about the lighting going on and the way it bounces off this sort of dirt and the sidewalk and everything. I like it for some reason.
Area code for Orlando.
Little Sao Paulo area code. That's going to be big. I mean, Orlando, home country advantage. Gets it in there. And as you mentioned just earlier in this stream, he has worked on his Brazil guessing in these past months.
Flyme's pretty far away. This could be major damage.
This really could be.
Could even be game. We'll see.
Orlando on it. 2.5 times damage. That's 3,800 points of damage dealt to Flyme. Flyme in the red now, on his last leg, on his last breath.
Yeah, that's what you do in urban Brazil. You look for an area code, and that was the difference there. Orlando found one, Flyme went the other way and didn't find one, and that was it. They have RN7, which means National Route 7. They also have Provincial Route 60. So, let's see if either player is able to use that.
Yeah, see if they can line that up. That is a very classic Argentina pull right there. Good to know if you see those thick pulls and then those big concrete connectors between them.
I think Flyme has it. He's got the 7, and he's also got a Provincial Route 60, so I would imagine he's got this. But now Orlando has the same sign, and he's found the 7 as well, and San Martin, so I would imagine we're going to see virtually no damage done here unless Orlando moves.
Oh, no, it doesn't seem like he's gonna. Staying right there outside of Mendoza.
Yep, he has San Martin as well. There you go.
There it is with Flyme. That's what he needs to stay in it. That's a 4,999. Only 84 points of damage, but could have been way worse for him considering he's only on 645 health. We go on to the next round. We go on to the next round. Let's see round 6.
Beautiful location, flooded.
Flooded world, anyone?
Yep. Gorgeous.
New Iceland, yes.
It's so pretty. I love the New Iceland coverage. It's something so visually appealing about it. I don't know if it's like the contrast of like the bright green grass with the like volcanic rocks, but there's something, I don't know, just really pleasant to look at about it.
Yeah, that starting location right there in the water there, it's also really pretty. Seeing the water move.
Ooh. Does he have something? Let's see.
There's a little sign there. Doesn't seem
I
too
don't-
helpful.
Yeah.
Really, the yellow road signs in Iceland are what you want to find here, but none of them have
Most other
found any.
signs- Yeah, most other signs are not going to give you anything. So, we'll see. Orlando can still win here if his guess is better. And he does, I think.
Yeah, with the multis, I think he takes the game there. He doesn't! Flyme on
my
8
gosh.
health!
What is
Flyme on
happening?
8 health! What in the world? Imagine the comeback. It's doable.
Could. It's US.
Doable. Can he find some signs? Flyme, move.
Western Kentucky. Oh, good luck. He's
Oh.
got the same, though. He's got the same. If he can read that, he
Read
can
it.
at least
Read it.
survive. If he goes in, if he happens to be closer, he can survive.
He's
Don't
going
go
eastern. Go west. Go west. Go west. Thank you. Flyme. Will he stay
close
alive
enough,
here?
though?
He needs to be closer at all.
my
Are they on
God.
top of? They're both
Oh my
56
God.
kilometers away.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
4.
This is incredible. What are we seeing with
4.
this? We had the exact one between Castrol and Trickter, and now this. What is happening?
On Japan,
was on
round
8 health.
8.
And then he was farther away and still survived.
Where is he gonna guess? He's just gonna make a central guess by the looks of it. You want to commit here if you're Flyme, though. This is your only chance.
Well, he probably knows the region.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just clicking the middle of Kansai. They both have clues for Kansai region, but again, that's gonna be it.
Wow, that ends it. They're both right there in the correct region. But Orlando takes the game.
And that's just, we see the improvement from Orlando. Like I said, in that match between Orlando and Flyme in the Americas Regionals, Flyme took the moving game, but Orlando's improved so much, not only in no move and NPZ, but also in moving. He's just gotten so much stronger in every mode. I think we just saw that on display there. He played super, super well and just kind of outlasted him.
Yeah. We go on to no move now. Things reset. One singular 360 panorama. No moving up and down the road anymore. Let's see if Flyme can make a bit of a comeback and take us to NMPZ.
I want to say Greece here, maybe, with the wooden poles and the architecture. But
I do like that. I do like that
Yeah.
quite a bit. Yep, we got Orlando going there. Flyme to follow. Flyme farther south, though.
a little bit. Opting to go a little closer to Athens here. Not an easy country to region guess, so hard to say where we'll be. But it's just round 1, so it probably won't mean too much.
Yeah, not too many points. Nothing to write home about. 171, we go on to round 2. We'll see what we take a look at here on our next 360 panorama.
Australia, interesting road. I would guess maybe, yeah, that it probably is that road because we have this sort of, not tropical, but still different looking vegetation that you get in the north of Australia. So with this road angle, it makes perfect sense that we'd be on the main road in the Northern Territory.
Got both there. We'll see if anybody gets really close here. Yeah, Orlando does. Almost on it, but Flyme not too far away. Still 514 points there. Pretty decent bit of health taken down. Orlando looking calm, composed, collected. That's Imperial Orlando, our first GeoGuessr player on an esports organization. Repping the jersey as always. We love it.
Yeah, and he's showing why he got signed to an esports organization. I mean, again, we've said it so many times, but it's amazing to see how much better Orlando has gotten.
Yeah. Flyme putting the pressure on here, though. Orlando to follow, and Flyme a little closer, farther south, but Orlando really got that coastal vibe.
I like the guess from Orlando on the little Manar Peninsula there. That's even if it didn't end up being right, I like it. I respect it.
We go to round 4 here.
Back in North America here. Big country, big points. Looks like the U.S.
Yeah, I feel like this has got to be in the south, right? Yep, Orlando thinking the
with
same,
these
going
pines.
Georgia.
I would agree.
Flyme right there too, in Georgia as well, both in the same state. But he's taking his time here, letting the timer run out as he considers, but he locks it in. Wow! Wow!
That is
It's
classic New Jersey moment.
classic New Jersey, southern New Jersey bait. Both players baited, both casters baited.
You get some wacky pine forests in New Jersey. I mean, I think those pine species there that we saw probably wasn't quite the same one that you see most commonly in the South. But you can get some crazy South-looking locations in those coastal areas in New Jersey, Delaware, etc. Interesting here. I do like Romania. I've seen these poles before with these weird, like, square-looking attachments on them. I think these are a Romania thing, but the two flat areas of Romania are not that close to each other. We have the players splitting. We have Orlando in the west and Flyme in the south.
They are not. Orlando with the lock. Flyme, lock. Flyme closer. 2,500 damage. Flyme now has a lead as we go into round 6.
Yeah, so tough to tell. Like I mentioned before, those two parts of Romania, really, really similar looking dead flat landscapes. This is interesting because we can't see. We have a tarp above us here.
That's... I kind of love that. That just really spices things up.
I want to say Colombia? Yeah, because I think we might have had a yellow plate in the distance.
Yeah, I think Colombia makes the most sense with this, with what we're looking at, I guess. Architecture, language, of course.
Flyme's in Buenaventura. Are the people... What is the skin color? Because there's a really interesting meta. You do have a lot of sort of Afro-Colombian looking people here. The West Coast, because of like the slave trade, the people generally have a lot darker skin on like the western end of Colombia. So that's, I think, why both players are going so far west, and that's exactly the vibe that they got.
Yeah, they end up in the same city there. 84 points of damage down to Flyme.
Yeah, that's one of the more interesting metas, I think, to use in a country like Colombia. It's so interesting how just the patterns of history can shape the modern world like that.
Totally. Round 7 here, we end up in a U.S. round. We have some U.S. bollards. Some of them can be specific, yet also somehow deceiving. But we'll see if this bollard is...
I don't know what this bollard is. This looks really weird to me.
That's the deceiving part.
Yeah.
Do you like this? Some of them look really similar to others, and then you're like, wait, no, I've never seen this before in my entire life, actually. I have no idea where this is. But it seems like they're going to vibe guess this one. We have an Idaho from Orlando, Flyme going in Nevada here, so neighboring states, but pretty far apart considering how big these states are.
I can see either. I mean, it isn't the typical Nevada bollard, but that doesn't mean it can't be Nevada. Again, I don't actually know what this bollard is, so we will see, but this could decide it, or could at least do major damage.
Yeah. Guesses are in. It's Wyoming. Orlando a little bit closer. That'll be some decent points considering the 4 times damage. 2,200 down to Flyme. Could have been way closer if he was in Wyoming, though. We move on to round 8.
Orlando taking the lead there. South Goa. It says South Goa on the bin. Flyme needs to see that.
Flyme needs to see it. Look at the bin. Flyme, look at the bin.
Yeah,
he doesn't see the bin. This is going to win Orlando the game and the overall matchup. The bin's right there, Flyme. He doesn't see it. Orlando takes the no-move game and the entire matchup 2-0 versus Flyme.
Again, we just see the improvement from Orlando.